So let's talk about the Elimination Chamber, just how the field is shaking out. We saw it's filled up now, made official tonight with Seth Rollins getting the victory over Finn Balor in a fantastic main event on Monday Night Raw. The other participants from right to left, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, John Cena, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest. So that is the star-studded men's field of the Elimination Chamber. First of all, man, what a main event on Monday Night Raw tonight between Rollins and Balor. I mean, like, the only thing that I'm mad about with this Monday Night Raw, I don't feel like they promoted this match nearly enough throughout the show. Like, build this sucker up. This is like a match that we haven't gotten very much of since the SummerSlam Universal title debacle.
Yeah. I think they should have built this up a lot more. That, and then obviously the pinfall that was just a disaster from the beginning. It seemed like, but I told you this, they recovered really well. And it looked back and forth. There was a moment towards the end where I was like, "Is Finn gonna win this?"
I thought for a minute
it would be really interesting if Seth lost and we put Finn in the chamber, and then that just adds even more to the deranged Seth Rollins that we saw at the Rumble. I think, but I'm not against Seth being in this. I think Seth, adding to this star power that's in this chamber. And like we said, it's a star-studded field in the chamber aside from Logan Paul. Like it's a who's who in the chamber.
But then you got Logan Paul in there who's going to do something stupid in the match and is going to wow everybody, and it's going to be incredible. You know that.
It'll be something. I don't know if I'll say incredible, but it'll be something.
Yeah, he definitely, for as highly as we've talked about him in the past in the ring, he didn't come with his working boots on last week.
Nope, he did not.
Let's just say that. All right, Aaron's prediction is that Logan Paul is 100% winning the chamber.
I'm so glad we don't agree on this one.
I'm not going to say that we're going to predict who is going to win the chamber match. But here's an interesting theory, Andy, that I saw floated around online. I don't know if you saw this or not, but let's roll with this for a second. You've got the chamber, you got the men's chamber match, and it comes down to CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Last two in the chamber. Number one, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cena is in the last two, no matter what, if he wins or not. But let's just say for this theory that I saw online, that it's Punk and it's Rollins. Theory is that Roman Reigns interferes in the chamber match and costs Seth Rollins the chamber match, cashing in the favor of CM Punk, leading him to Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in a singles match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm on board. The more I've thought about it, the less I want the Punk Rollins Reigns triple threat at Mania. I
just don't know how to get out of it. That's a way.
I think that's a way that you get out of it. I think another way is you just have Punk win the chamber. Like, I think that's just another way is Punk just wins the chamber and it's like, all right, I don't even need to worry about you guys. My spot's set at WrestleMania. You two figure it out. And then you can come talk to me afterwards. That's the only way I can see that going forward. But I like that theory. I think that's such an interesting way. I thought there was a chance that Roman would have shown up tonight and cost Seth. And then we go to the chamber and Roman and Seth are trying to take Punk out and they still take each other out and help Punk win the chamber. And then that way they still go forward with theirs and Punk goes. The stories are still continuing side by side that they can meet up again at some point, but not just at WrestleMania this year.
Okay. So if we're not picking this, Aaron is clearly floating theories out here. John Cena turns heel in the chamber, and we finally get heel Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either.
I'm fine hearing you out, Aaron. I just don't think it's going to happen. Cena versus Cody seems very, very likely. And I've said from the jump that I don't like it. But in order, it's like I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this Punk Rollins Reigns triple threat match again. If you don't go with that theory, you run Roman Solo back again at WrestleMania, I guess. You go Punk, Rollins, Drew in a triple threat match, or you take Punk out of that equation. We've seen a little bit of beef with Punk and Logan Paul. You got to have something for him at WrestleMania. And I see you shaking your head.
Yeah. That's the worst timeline is Punk versus Paul at WrestleMania. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be great. But I just that's not the Punk WrestleMania match that I would want to see necessarily.
And I don't think it's a WrestleMania match that Punk wants.
I think we're heading maybe not towards Punk or Paul AJ. I think we're heading towards AJ Breaker for the title at WrestleMania, which will be amazing. I don't know. Like I think there's a way that you can do Seth versus Roman by themselves. And I think the triple threat needs to be Cody, Cena, Punk. Because I think there's a way that you can have Punk win the Chamber, have it come down to Punk and Cena, like we talked about. Punk wins the Chamber, and then we go into, as we go into the WrestleMania season, we head closer into it. I think really you can just have Cena come out and say, I need this. Like we can see how desperate he is, and we can even call back to when it was supposed to be like the fans were begging for it to be Cena Punk Rock in 2011, and we can start to call some of these things back. But if you don't do that, I think the next best thing for Cena is Logan Paul.
I agree.
I think you can do Cena Paul, Punk Rollins, or Punk Rhodes, Reigns Rollins. I think you can do Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. I think there's a lot of ways that we can go.
Yep.
But the more we get closer to WrestleMania, the more bizarre this WrestleMania is. It is nothing like what we pictured it would be a month ago, like let alone last year. This WrestleMania is it seems like it's kind of all over the place right now.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's by design or if it's just sort of happening that way.
Aaron brought this comment up earlier, and I'm bringing it back. Punk, Rollins, Cody for the championship at WrestleMania. And then you get your Cena versus Logan Paul that way as well.
Yeah.